Don't say a word. Just play this to a Spurs fan. Don't say a word.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Listen, people, welcome back to the page. Princeton Talks. Comment, like, subscribe, notification bell. Can I say notification gang? You need a couple people to have a gang, innit? So you lot, come on, subscribe, man, so we can have a notification gang. But yeah, we're back. Princeton Talks, we're here. Tottenham versus Arsenal, 4-1. And today, we're just doing a quick player ratings. Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Princeton Talks. Comment, like, subscribe, notification bell. I can't say notification gang yet because there ain't enough of us to be a gang. So get your people to come and subscribe. If you're watching, subscribe, man. We're trying to get a notification gang going. Hype the video. I'm seeing that's something now. Hype the video. I don't know. The kids are saying that now. So yeah, we're gonna say it too. But yeah, man, we're back. Quick player ratings. I've got to take my own kids tutoring, so we're going to make this short and sweet. If you want my in-depth breakdown of the game, we're going to be doing a podcast, Cannon on the Calf. That's just basically an Arsenal podcast where I get on there, talk about a game or an upcoming game in a bit more detail, anything going on around Arsenal. And it's open to any Arsenal fans. Any Arsenal fans. We ain't even got to be friends, but if you're an Arsenal fan, we're automatically family. So it's open to anyone. You can come on there if you feel like you got views that, you know, are opposing to mine. If you agree with me, it doesn't matter. Just come on there, let's have a chat. Other than that, I gave a little reaction on Motion with Sports. Big up the man them on Motion with Sports. That was a very good stream straight after the match last night. We was on there, Shells, Hands, Shaq, Prada, Dan, they're all on there. They're doing content as well. A couple of them are Arsenal fans. So if you're an Arsenal fan watching this, I'll put the Motion with Sport link in the description. You can check it out and check out the Arsenal content creators there too. But right now, we're doing a player ratings for Tottenham versus Arsenal that ended 4-1. And just before I get into that player ratings, I said I'm not going to break down the game, but hey, big up Arsenal because, yo, this was big pressure this game, coming in off that Wolves draw 2-2 and then Man City winning their game 2-1 convincingly. Regardless, they got the job done. You saw the celebrations, closed the gap to 2 points. Pressures on Arsenal. It's been non-stop talk in the media. Bottle. Let's get into the player ratings. So cool. David Raya, obviously we start and go. David Raya, do you know what? I'm actually going to give him an 8. I'm giving him an 8. And that is because I feel like we got the vintage David Raya back. High claims. Remember what I told you? Lot, yeah? I told you, lot. This is a girl's dream. He's just claiming. You know, girls, you don't claim me. David Raya's claiming. And yesterday we got that back. We got that David Raya just relieving pressure by coming out, claiming crosses. Crosses didn't even have to, claiming them. So I felt like he got his voice back because there's been a few instances, especially the last game against Wolves, where him and Gabriel are going for the same ball. And even before that, in that Wolves game, there was a lot of instances where balls were coming in and Saliba or Gabriel were heading it out. And there were times when I was thinking, why didn't they just leave that for Raya? And even with the goal that Wolves scored, the late equaliser, I put most of the blame on Gabriel because I thought to myself, mate, that's keeper's ball. That is keeper's ball. Look around. There's no threat on it. He's coming out for it. Why are you going for it? But as much as I say that, when it's keeper's ball, what do you hear? Keeper's ball. You hear they come out screaming. Bro, when I grew up playing football, yo, the keeper was the scariest person on the pitch. Scariest person. I'm not even like, bro, I played football here in UK and I also got shipped back to my country when I was a youth as well. So I played football in Uganda. And you see in Uganda, bro, the keeper runs the box. Coming out, like over here, yeah, it's rough in that. But over there's really no rules. So all that high knees coming out to claim it with their boot in the air. Yo, the keepers ran the show. So it was nice to see David Raya got his voice back and he was exhuming that confidence of a keeper that runs his box. This is my box. So anything coming into here, I'm dealing with it. And he did that. And he also pulled out a vintage David Raya reflex quick cat claw with that who was it? I think it was Colomwani, someone. It came up someone that went through his legs and he just went down quick. That reaction, like the slow-mos don't even do it justice. In terms of the goal we conceded, you know, I mean, I don't want to say, oh, he wasn't set or anything. You're a keeper, you got to be on your toes, you got to be ready. But it was quite close. It was shot like right under him, and to get that low, you got, I don't know if it's like, that is a very hard save to make with your hands. I feel like it's something you got to go for with your legs. But anyway, that's too much time on David Raya. Give him an 8, big him up. Back to the Raya that we know and love. Timber. Do you know what? I've heard a lot of people talk about Timber's performance, and they're kind of downplaying it, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm giving Timber a 7. I don't know whether it was through instruction or just instinct of the feel of the game, but you wasn't really getting a lot of that Timber in the half space. He was overlapping. In fact, there was once or twice, I'm sure, he put in a decent cross. Timber was more out wide. He was more hugging the touchline. I mean, Saka was right wing, but you could tell he had that freedom to go inside. Anyway, we'll get on to the front line. But Timber, I'm giving him a 7. I think he was solid. I believe he had the assist. I loved it because that assist gave me the feel of, I don't care what's going on. I'm seeing an opening. I'm going to do it. It wasn't so much what I'm used to with Arsenal, which is the robotic systematic. Okay, yeah, I know that's open, but is that the right ball to play? If I play that ball and we lose possession and we're not set, what happened? There was none of that. He saw it, open, give it to him. Well done. Very good assist. So yeah, Timber, I'll give him a 7. Saliba, William Saliba. For me, I think I've heard Cam say it. Big up Culture Cam's at FCM. Saliba's going under the radar, man. He's quietly just handling his business. I wouldn't say it was like some amazing performance. I guess for the Kolo Muani goal, he could have been a bit more aggressive, a bit more, front-footed. But I'll give him a I think 7. For 7, you have to have like really done something amazing. Maybe I'm forgetting, but I can't remember like an amazing moment for Saliba. I just remember feeling like quite assured with Saliba there. So I'll give him a 6. Gabriel. Again, maybe this is the adrenaline still hasn't worn off me, because I'm trying to think of our defenders and I'm like, nah, I can't really think of where he put a foot wrong other than the foul. Listen, I'm not mad. I'm an Arsenal fan. So when Kolo Muani scored that goal and I heard the whistle blow and the ref pointed for a foul, I was over the moon. But let's have it right. It is light. That's light. What does Tay-Rock say? That's light. That is light, man. I can't lie, Gabriel. And you got away with it because you tried it against Newcastle, but there you didn't get away with it. So I feel like he needs to address this thing of when he realizes he's been done in the box and then he just feels any contact decides to go down. We need to address that. There was a game, I think it was Igor Thiago, Brentford. Hey, there wasn't contact there, but if it went in, I know you would have been looking for it because he done you. And yeah, so Gabriel, we need to get. I've heard he's at the crime scene of a few goals. I don't want to put that stain on him because I think he's been imperious, but there are some things he needs to get under wraps. But I'll give him a 6 because other than that, I can't think of him putting a foot wrong. Piero Hincapié, 7. I'm nearing to 8 because Hincapié for me, the last 2-3 games, yo, I don't know. Is Calafiori going to get back into this team? Forget Skelly. Is Calafiori going to get back into this team? I said it when we got him. I liked the signing because I believe that, okay, we're getting a left back that can bomb up and down. So that means with Eze, we're going to get him to invert a bit. Obviously, it didn't really work out like that. Eze is kind of more played in the 10. Left wing hasn't really panned out for him just yet. But in Capier, he's doing everything I thought. When we got him, I thought he would basically be a left-footed Ben White. And I can't lie, it's fully given a left-footed Ben White. Big up in Capier, good moments, like very tenacious. Like this is what I love about South American footballers, the tenacity. They don't stop going. The hunger's just there forever. So yeah, big him up, man. I'll give him a 7. So moving on to the midfield, Zubimendi. Now Zubimendi's where the ratings go down a bit. Because I don't want to say that, oh, I didn't notice him. I didn't see him. Where was Zubimendi? No, I don't want to say that because he definitely got his foot on the ball a bit. You know, made a couple passes here and there. But it's more influence. Your influence on the game wasn't felt. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I know you were there. But, pause. I didn't feel you. I didn't feel you. Hopefully you understand what I'm getting at. So Zubimendi in a game, in an everybody eats game, somehow ends up with a 5 for me. A 5. And really and truly, I'm really starting to think, what's Norgard got to do? Who's Norgard got to kidnap? Who's he got to threaten to get some minutes in the Prem? All right, moving on. Declan Rice. Declan Rice could have been a 7, but I think we're going to leave it at a 6. I think we'll leave it at a 6 because I feel other than them 2 moments, first of all, the moment for the goal, what are you doing? I was literally thinking, is this Rice's Gerrard moment? You know when Gerrard's like, don't slip, and then he slips. Is this Rice's Gerrard moment? He's telling everyone focus and he's lost, I don't want to say he's lost focus, he's got overconfident in a position where he kind of struggles in. The reason we have Zubimendi there is because Rice, let's face it, yes, you can turn with the ball on, you can do a half turn with the ball when there's not too much pressure on you and like play it out when there's players around you to pass it. But let's have it right. As the deepest midfielder, receiving the ball from the centre backs, turning into trouble, having to be press resistant, that is not Rice's game. And it showed here. It literally showed what his game is and what it isn't. So just leading up to that point, I'm sure he's done like one recovery, another good recovery or something like, or he's doing good defensive stuff with like that he's good at. But now we've got the ball back and we have to get it out of that tight situation where Spurs were pressing us on this man-for-man stuff. He got caught. He got caught trying to dribble through 2 players. Mwani's got it and wrapped it. And he's holding his head. He's smiling even like, oh my God, sorry, I actually had a Gerrard moment, sorry. So just for that, I had to mark him down. And there was another opportunity where he kind of stood on the ball. Not opportunity, but there was another moment where he kind of stood on the ball rather than just using his foot to just clear it. But anyway, other than them 2 moments, I won't lie, I think he put in a solid performance. But I would say, when I say solid, I mean more defensively. His recoveries were very good. So I'll give Rice a 6. Now, Saka. For me, Saka is getting a... It's a GA away from an 8. It's definitely a 7. 100%. Like a certified 7. Saka is... What people need to just realize is... This kid is a threat. This boy is a threat, bruv. Like, he's a threat. And what you can't do is isolate players, leave players one-on-one with Saka, especially players that aren't specialised in their position. So now, Saka's one-on-one with a midfielder in left-back. Yo, toast. Saka's one-on-one with... No, you can't... With a left winger at left back. Yeah, it's food. It's food. You can't do that, man. Saka basically, I think he had them on toast, man. Whether it was Spence, whether it was Sarr. Van de Ven actually probably had the better duels with Saka, but I said it in my other video, definiteness. He moves with definiteness. Yes, I researched it. It's a real word. People are laughing at me in the YouTube comments, but it's a real word. He moves with definiteness. Everything he does, there's so much intent. There's so much persistence. That's what gets the first goal. It's not a clean draw. He did a shimmy, Gabriel Jesus step over and leave Sarr on the floor. He said, bro, I'm going there. And regardless, you're not stopping me. And he got there and he wasn't stopped. And Eze, beautiful flick up and... Hey, yo, listen. Anyway, Saka, I think he should have got a goal. There was a one-on-one chance he had. A great pass from Nketiah. A Ben White-like pass. Great pass from Nketiah, putting Saka through. I actually think he should have done better with that. I mean, you can't be pulling out of them kind of, like, if you want to be a killer, you got to be heartless in them situations. Go for it. But he's still done his thing. Tell a lie, he had another chance, the one that led to Eze's second goal. Even there, I think Saka, could you have? But Van de Ven, very quick defender as well. Pacey guy, he's always going to get back in time. So the fact that we managed to still get the ball to fall out to Eze, I'm happy with that. So Saka, I'll give him a 7, solid 7. This guy just, in terms of our attack, bro, he's just the beacon of light. He just doesn't take no for an answer. That's what I love about him anyway. Moving on to Trossard. Trossard, funny enough, I thought it wasn't his greatest game. I mean, decent ball retention. There was times he was coming deep to help out with the build-up. Like, since when does that happen? But like I said, Mendy, I didn't feel your influence on the game. Could that be the reason? I don't know. But what I like about Trossard and even Saka in this game is that they weren't restricted touchline wingers. They were all over. Trossard was on the right. Saka was in the middle. Like, they were the fluidity of the attack. I was just loving it. There was times Eze was popping up on the left. Trossard in the middle. I couldn't figure it out. And yeah, man, that's. Look, last season we saw PSG's front three. Whoa. It's mad because I could edit that out, but that's all long. Last season we saw PSG's front three and you couldn't tell who's going to play left wing, right wing. Barcola, Doué, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele. Like, they'll just take turns. Take turns in cooking. We find the weakest link, we take turns. We're going to go cook him, innit? Anyway, I was saying that to say I love the fluidity of the attacking quartet, could you say? But I can't really say that because I feel like Gyökeres kind of stayed in his main role, whereas the others, they were floating around. Fluidity, it was beautiful. Yeah, but onto Trossard, like I said, I don't think it was his best game, but I do feel he had influence. He still had influence on the game. I'll give Trossard a 6. Eze, moving on to Eze. For me, Eze is getting an 8. It's a no-brainer. He bagged 2 goals. He had influence on the game as well. Maybe not as much as I would have wanted, funny enough. I still want him to get more involved. But if you're gonna do if you're gonna do that, gonna bag 2 goals, listen, you can stand to the side. That's fine. That's not. I'm not mad at that. I'm not even saying he stood to the side because he still had influence in the game, but I just feel like he's capable of a little bit more influence. But he got his 2 goals against Spurs. Told him it's Jesus time. And yeah, man, I don't really have much more to say on him. I mean, that first goal, I love the finish because it's like when it flicked up, it's like, oh, did he make a mistake with that touch? But his athleticism to get his foot that high, and it's like, yeah, man, big him up. That finish was crazy. Even the second goal, just following through, being there. I like this position that Eze plays in the midfield when he's more of a shadow striker rather than a playmaker. I feel like Odegaard in the team, let Odegaard play make. If Eze's in the team, let Eze be the shadow striker. Let him play as close to the goal as possible. And what I noticed with yesterday as well is usually when he plays with Victor Gyökeres, it's a bit of congestion there. Whereas yesterday, they were managing to find that space within each other. Like, he almost as a 4-4-2 at times. But then again, the fluidity of Trossard and Saka just made it like, Eze, you could kind of float around wherever you want because there's going to be someone in that pocket in certain times. Bear with me, people. I just lost this lineup. But yeah, Eze, he's getting a straight 8 for me. I don't know why he hates Spurs. I don't know what they did to you, bro. But I'm not mad at it, man. Keep hating them. I need it. If we could get them relegated, yeah, that would. And Arsenal win the league, Spurs get relegated. Yeah, man. Just extend the parade from Islington to Haringey, man. Because we're coming down, man. We're just taking over. Might as well, man. Hey, now, Victor Gyökeres. Someone's got to get a 9 on this show. Surely, someone's got to get a 9 on this show. And why not give it to the 9? Why not? Victor Gyökeres. I was going to make up a middle name. I thought, you know what? Let me not disrespect the culture. Victor Gyökeres. I'll give him a 9, man. We'll give him a 9. He put in his work. First half, quality, a little bit meaty. He had a good shot. Like, he showed me something that I was like, oh, okay, he's feeding himself today. But quality wasn't all there, but the work rate, the work ethic, you could see him implementing the plan on the pitch. I was like, yep. Okay. I didn't. Usually, by half time, I'm like, yeah. This time, I was like, okay, this is looking good. We're looking like, and the space that Spurs were giving him, I was noticing his little battle with Jagerson. See, you can come out on top of this one. Let's play the cards right and let's see what happens. And lo and behold, second half happens. Again, Timber with the assist. You see Eze, like I said, as a shadow striker, much closer to the goal. Him and Gyökeres like a foot, because he was the one occupying Van der Ven. That's why Gyökeres has got the space to take the touch, look up and wrap it. And wrap it he did. Absolutely nestled into the net. Beautiful strike. That's what we've been dying to see. The ball striking, because we know that's the one thing that's going to translate from Portugal to here, the ball striking. Let him get them opportunities. And yeah, he did it. It was a very, very good goal. That's my favourite Victor Gyökeres goal so far for Arsenal. And he shut me up. I'm one of his biggest critics. So big him up for that. Man of the match performance, 2 goals, a brace. That puts him on 10 league goals, 15 goals for the season. Am I surprised? No. I thought whoever Arsenal got would score 20 goals. When we got him and I saw him, I was wary of that. But as time is unfolding, 20 could be very much on the marks, all competitions. Premier League, it will be nice for him to get between a 15 and 17, but there's only 10 games left. I don't know how much he's going to bag within there. I mean, there is some relegation fodder in there somewhere, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, getting on to the subs, because we made quite a few subs. So I'll start with Nani. Nani, he was really a non-entity, to be honest. I don't think he really came on with enough time to have any kind of stamp in the game. So I can't rate him. Odegaard, again, I would say almost same thing, even though he came on with a bit more time. I didn't feel Odegaard's on, we're controlling the game. It just felt like, oh, we just brought someone on, like, yeah, we're hype. But I'll give him a 6, only because he got an assist. He came on, he did something, so big him up. Got a 6 for that. Martinelli, again, I'm trying to remember if he had some like decent defensive. Listen, man, just hold a 5. Mascara, that's what I really want to talk about. 7. Mascara's getting a 7. He came on for Timber, and I was like, yes. But then I looked at the time, I was like, 57? I was like, that's kind of early. So I believe it is something to do with Timber maybe being tired, or hopefully not a knock. But I think he's just knackered. We saw the Wolves game, he was knackered as well. But I've been calling for these kind of subs like Mascara, Norgard. I feel like Arteta was doing them earlier in the season. I like to call them lockdown subs. I can't remember where I heard it. I heard someone say it and I was like, yeah, I like that term. But you know the John Obi Mikel sub? The sub that comes on and the opposition knows that, yeah, this game is a wrap. When Mascara came on, that left hand side for Spurs, a wrap. I don't even think they had much going on down there, but when he came on, it was a wrap. And he was winning the ball high up the pitch. Oh, mate, I love that guy. I love that guy's timing of tackles, tackling technique as well. People don't put a lot of, they don't emphasize on, can I say the importance, or should I say we'll use the importance of tackling technique. And Mascara's got it. Declan Rice is another one that has it. The tackling technique. There's a reason we all want Rice on the right 8, but he plays left 8. And a few people have said it as well. Partly it's to do with tackling technique. When he's recovering on that, when he's recovering from the right 8 channel, he's got a better angle for his tackling technique than if he was recovering from the left 8. Nah, sorry, I've said it the wrong way around. When he's recovering from the left 8 channel, he's got a better angle for his tackling technique than when he's recovering from the right 8 channel, if that makes sense. When you're running back like that, you can and you're right-footed, you can listen. You lot will understand what I mean with if you watch clips of Rice's recoveries and play back what I said, and it will make much more sense to you. But listen, this was meant to be short and sweet. I've ended up going on for way too long. But comment, like, subscribe, people. It's another player ratings. What are we gonna give Arteta? Let me know in the comments. What are we rating Mikel Arteta out of 10 for this Spurs 4-1 win? Other than that, bring on Chelsea, man. Aging men.